the first thing on our lips that we're missing Mashiach, like we're actually missing something.
Yeah, but we're a small population.
You could have thought 100 years ago, 200 years ago, you could have thought, listen, if I wouldn't be suffering so much, if life would be a bit easier, if I'd have freedom, would I need Mashiach?
Well, we're just
Like this would be
But don't you
Mashiach.
think more than half the Jewish population now thinks that? Like,
yeah, no.
I want Moshiach, but then life's going to change.
Yeah.
I want life to
And
change.
no one really likes
answers
this
about
world.
what
So
it's
let's
like.
be honest.
That's
like,
what I think it means that we're not ready, because we're all enjoying this world a lot.
So
And
maybe that's how the bad things are happening, because they want to make us stop enjoying the world.
No, but there's a
So we work hard
enjoy
for
God's
Mashiach.
creation.
no. I mean, yeah, but like,
I mean, yeah.
there's a lot of
Did we get that on
enjoyment
tape?
of stuff.
No, we
going
got
on.
no, yes, you're right. Alright. Just wanted to make sure it's recorded.
Kathy, you got a bit sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Mashiach always
No,
sidetracks
this is actually
people.
what the Maimer is about. That the Mesiras Nefesh that we have, because we're so much lower. Remember, the principle is Yeruda l'tzorech aliyah. You go down for the sake of going up, which means the further down you go, the further up it takes you. So can you get any further down than our generation? No.
Impossible.
Not yet.
Wait
50
100
years.
Wait 50 years and see what happens next.
No, this is as bad as it gets. It can't get any worse.
That's what they said 50 years ago.
And so the light that we're generating now is so powerful, is so divine, so high, that this is how Mashiach comes. This is the exact process.
Wouldn't it be very disappointing if we keep counting, keep saying that, we're ready, but he's not here for some unknown reason?
Guess what? They've been doing that for centuries. That's what's been happening. What are they doing in gas chambers? What did they do when Beis Hamikdash burnt down? They said, bring Mashiach, bring Mashiach. The whole Yom Yom says that.
You see, we live in a very instantaneous generation. Like if something takes
More than 30
a minute to
seconds.
download, then
We cancel it. I don't think that is.
Like,
That's
don't
right.
wait for this anymore.
this is so slow. My computer's so slow.
Yeah, clearly I don't want it.
Do you want to know something?
But as the Jewish people,
Or not?
as the Jew in a minute, as Jewish people, we should develop a bit more broader perspective on time as well. I'm not saying that Mashiach can delay, but I'm saying that we've been around a long time, and our history is very long. And so to say that, the Rebbe said 20 years ago that Mashiach is here now, and it still hasn't happened.
It's a 40-year journey.
20 years? Okay. 20 years is not such a long time.
But that's
He
not
just
real.
it's my whole life.
That's not real believing Moshiach is coming, because if you believe, okay, he's coming now, but at the back of your mind, you're saying, maybe not, maybe like 50 years later.
No, correct. But that's because the believing is not just believing, waiting for Mashiach and believing Mashiach is not a passive thing. It's not that like, I'm waiting to see it, okay, and you sit back. Is it happening? No, the waiting and believing is bringing Mashiach. It is doing something. Living that life is doing
Maybe
something.
they're just words of pacification.
But
it's not the.
it's in other words, it's an avoda. You want to say something?
Basically, what I want to say is that when we were younger, I don't want to use this word, but like we got brainwashed a little bit to like want Mashiach, and like nobody kill me, but like we don't really like it's when bad things happen. Yeah, we all say like, where's Mashiach? We need Mashiach, but at the same time, when we were younger, we were all like singing all those songs, and we actually I remember really wanting Mashiach, but like now, I don't think we all can relate, like. Maybe we need a share in that. In how to.
But why don't you want it now?
Yeah.
You do, but
You don't.
It was
not
so
on a
in the summer we were
practical
little, like we
level,
just
like
thought that was like
we
the
thought it
ultimate.
was
We don't even know
You
what
want
it was. I
Mashiach?
just wanted
Get
it.
so
You
excited.
mean
I said
you-
when Mashiach in their eyes.
when I was in grade
Bulge.
2, I dressed in Shabbos clothes because some older kids told me Mashiach was coming.
Yeah,
That's
we had
how-
suitcases and had
But that did bring Mashiach closer. Like that did something.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
we all grow out
Okay.
of it.
I think, I get what you mean. What you mean is you want Mashiach to come, but you just booked a holiday, and so you, like
Exactly.
maybe after the holiday, like when you come back.
I would say like after
Okay, but
next
that's
week,
only that's only because
a little bit more.
It
That's-
sounds bad. Obviously, if Moshiach came today, we'd all be so excited and, it'd all be amazing. But at the end of the day, you want to pass this milestone before Moshiach comes. You want to do this. You want to do...
Because you don't understand what Moshiach comes
Exactly.
in.
Well,
That's
Well,
why.
not because I don't want Mashiach to come.
No,
because
but
I
we
want
can't
Mashiach to come,
grasp
but like
what it is to have Mashiach.
exactly.
So
I understand this
That's
world.
why
I
it's
don't
a
understand
belief
that
statement
world.
and not
Do you
just
understand?
like something.
And that's why you need to learn
Sometimes.
about
I learn plenty, and I feel like the more I learn,
so
the more
so
confused I
definitely it's true, and definitely
get. It's
the
exciting.
way we
I'm on top of
conceptualize
my
anything when we're a little kid in primary school
going.
is going to be in
I'm going to the office.
an immature way, which is good for that time, but is not. It has to grow. It has to grow with us.
Every time I teach my kids
So,
something.
I mean, just in a word, if you imagine Mashiach as being tachlis hashlemus, which means complete goodness, everything that is missing is filled. That's what Mashiach is. So if you just think that's all, that's the only thing you need to think, that Mashiach is tachlis hashlemus, complete goodness.
It's a little bit vague and distant.
Okay, but what could be better than that? Like, what do you prefer over that? In other words, whatever you thought you were going to get out of your holiday that you booked, that you'd rather Mashiach come after the holiday because you want to experience that. Okay, but Mashiach is tachlis hashleimus. So whatever good there is in that holiday, Mashiach is the completeness of that good.
But we always learned in high school, like when you're younger, you learn like all the dead people will come alive, and then we learned all these horrible things that are going to happen. Well, not horrible, but not such nice things, and like they're going to die again, and or whatever. I don't remember exactly what we learned, but like
There's no horrible things.
it wasn't all bliss. Put it
Okay,
that way.
maybe a part of Tchias HaMesim, if you're alive at Tchias HaMesim, you have to die. You have Tchias HaMesim.
have to or something.
But like, it's not as bad as it sounds. If you're dying to have Tchias
You understand
HaMesim,
what I'm saying? Like,
It's
we
like
learned all
definite
these. I think we learned all
and
these sikhs. We learned all this stuff that it wasn't all.
Yeah, but that was really bad. They stopped.
And I think that's what got. I remember me particularly. Like I remember that's what got me like, oh, okay, why don't we want him to come so much? Lollies aren't going to be growing from trees.
Yeah.
It's true.
cakes.
That's what's missing in your life, though. Then to you, I don't know. It is. It will be. If that's what's truly missing from your life, that you need lollies growing from the trees to serve Hashem,
Yeah.
then lollies will grow from the trees for you.
Is that what it is?
Why did they tell
is that
us
what
that?
Mashiach
It's
is?
wrong.
The cakes, it says cakes will
do they
grow from trees. What that means is that Gashmias will be provided for. That's not Mashiach. People think that Mashiach is that you.
But that's what we can relate to now.
Right. But what it means is all your Gashmistika problems, all your material needs are looked after, so you can serve Hashem. You can do what you're supposed to do.
But
And we'll
material
wanna
on what
serve Hashem.
level?
Is that what-
If
is
you
that
really
what-
want to be cooled up from Mashiach, what Mashiach really means is we can finally do mitzvahs properly. That's what Mashiach is.
So then for someone who's not from, or for someone that couldn't care less,
But-
well,
but-
why don't
but-
care?
But
That's
that wouldn't
exactly-
really,
but
that
it's
wouldn't
exactly what they
explain why
want.
the Rebbe constantly lived in Mashiach, because for him that
So
was
is it going to be an
possible.
ideal
But for the
world?
rest of us, we might
Yeah.
never get there.
Like everyone's happy, everyone's rich, and everyone's.
But no one
Like-
needs to be rich.
No, everyone's free to do
I don't mean
whatever
that. I mean like
That's
you know,
so ridiculous.
everyone's
That's what they
happy, so you
need.
can serve Hashem, you have what you need, and life is just amazing. There's not one sad day.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to share some.
She's converted.
I'm
Totally.
sold.
Yeah.
I have a question.
That was quite easy.
What about, do we
I'm
know
not like
anything, and it's kind of a bit of an aloof question, because we don't, what about the hundreds of thousands of really righteous tzaddikim, or even just, people that we know that have lived and dedicated their entire lives to Moshiach, and they believe it and they live it, and every time they breathe, it's bringing Moshiach closer, and they had to die before they saw him.
But they'll come
And
alive.
that's fine, but I mean, what do we have any declarations of? I don't know. Wouldn't they be a bit disappointed? Isn't it a bit?
They're
it's
up
a
there
bit of a
begging on our
letdown.
behalf.
No, it's again, it's the same thing. We today have become very individualized, where we see our lives as being, my fulfillment. And if I die without fulfilling what I dreamed, so then what a waste. But that is a very postmodern way of thinking. And it's not a very Jewish way of thinking. Our way of thinking is that you are a part of a major project. And if you have moved the project further, that's what you're supposed to do. And so people who have done that throughout the generations, that's exactly where they were supposed to be. And they don't, it's not about me getting my thing, it's about the bigger picture.
And also, don't always say certain tzaddikim already experienced the Moshiach. It's just not the whole world is ready, but for them, Moshiach.
Well, for tzaddikim, it says tzaddikim didn't experience the Churban in the first place. There was no destruction for them. There's no golus for them. So they're not living in golus. It's just for the rest of us. That's why they want Moshiach.
For certain tzaddikim or for tzaddikim in general?
Certain tzaddikim, not all tzaddikim.
Right.
But certain tzaddikim.